There we go. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome in to Mummy's Mask, episode 29. 29, man. We've tell you what, the world is not enough chill. All right, it's sort of taking its toll on just about everybody and everything. But I think we swung it today. I think it's gonna happen. So, friends, how's everybody feeling first and foremost?
I'm feeling pog.
Feeling pretty pog. I like that. That's a strong pog right there.
Yeah,
I like it. I too am pog. A little less than Marc though.
A little less than Marc. Okay, where's Ryu sitting on the pog scale?
I'm on the forehead scale.
You're on the forehead scale. Okay, all right. I don't know where that sits though. Is that good? Is that?
I mean, just
Sits
look
very
at
high.
It sits very high.
It's okay.
More like a 5 head.
All right, that's fair. Strong.
Pepe smoke, dude. Pepe smoking.
Oh my god. So on the forehead scale, does it quite reach 5? No, I don't.
It's like in between Pepega and Pog.
I'm terrified mostly.
I could just imagine it being between Pepega and Pog. That's funny.
I don't want to imagine it. I'm just, not going to. Not this go round. I feel like I'm hearing like an echo somewhere. Is anybody else getting an echo?
I'm hearing an
Hold
echo.
on. Oh, yep. I forgot to reroute my audio.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, it's like, man, I nobody else is saying anything. I don't want to sound like I'm insane here. All right.
That should be good.
So far, so good. Yeah, I think it's good. Okay, so episode 29 of The Mummy's Mask and the Half-Dead City. So guys, let's talk about what happened last time, if you can recall. I know it's been a little while, so I'm willing to help out as much as I possibly can. What details do you guys have?
So from last week specifically, correct?
The last time we played, which it's been at least 2 weeks. At least.
It's been about 17 years.
It's been 83 years.
It's been so we met with Dickhead, not intentionally. We went to our friend to get a guide to bring us to the noble house to get Ronan cured.
Yes.
And the person who led us there was Dickhead.
Yes.
That was not ideal.
Correct.
It's not my favorite.
It was
not what I would have chosen.
It was not super ideal. Yeah, so he just led you guys there without a problem, a qualm, no issues whatsoever.
Until we got there.
Until we got there. You're right.
My drooly shoulder gave it away.
Yeah. What's happening with Ronan right now, man? There's a lot going on in his little world.
Ronan was like, yo, homies, it's me. I'm on this table. It's totally fine. And then he's like, wait, there's some sand coming out from the ceiling. I don't know what happened. This place is like immaculate. It's supposed to be immaculate. I said immaculate. Yeah, as it zooms in on the clap. But then he sees a bossy coming out of this fucking sand, and he's like, yo, who the fuck? How? Why? When? Like, his brain just blew out. And then he's like, Abasi's like, hey, listen, I got to deal with the devil. You want it? And Ronan's like, yeah, sure. And then now Ronan's possessed, or will be.
It was, yes, possessed-ish. We don't actually know what's. First, I want to hear Ryu's take.
I've got a mark on my forehead.
That's why you're feeling forehead. I get it now. We've gone full circle. I like it. You do have a mark on your forehead. What does it mean?
Rage, I think.
Yeah, it's not just some sort of like ancient Egyptian scribbling that's like someone crudely drew a penis there or anything. No, it's.
Oh, but that would be. Are you sure? Can we roll for it?
I would never live that down. Ryu would be so mad at me. He'd be like, no, this is cool on stream. But then afterwards, he'd be like, I want to fucking kill my own character now. I'm not at all interested in playing a character that has a penis on his head.
And Doritos.
You're right. You're right. On all accounts, he had a mark on his head that was in ancient Assyrian and said rage. Why rage? What was the purpose of that?
It was to be marked for Akhentepe's servant, right? Something along those lines of I'm now her rage. Kind of like Jared or what is Jared's character's name? Abasi?
Abasi.
Yeah, Abasi or Neferani. Like one is the thief and one is the liar.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just to catch everybody up there, who's the thief and who's the liar?
I'm the liar, which I still don't understand why. I don't think I was lying about anything. But
Are-
Abasi stole shit, so I must have lied.
Are you the thief? Are you the liar?
I thought I was the liar.
Perhaps.
Hey. No, you're the thief.
You're the thief, yeah, and he's the liar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Neff is the thief. And Abasi is the liar.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definite reasoning behind that, but
Oh, I'm sure.
if we'll see if it comes to light. We'll see if we circle back around on the character's reasoning why they believe that can be just that.
I feel like it's what she has intentions for us to do, not what acts we've already committed.
That's a solid guess, to be honest. I'm impressed. There's some foresight in that guess, and I like that.
All right.
I'm impressed. Very good. So
That's what you call handled with poggies.
yeah, that's what that's called. Okay, all right. So why were you marked? Why couldn't you just like not get ancient Osirian written on your forehead?
I'm sorry, what was the question? Like, it sounded like a double question.
I didn't understand that one either.
Why were you marked? Why were you marked at all?
Basically he said if you want to get out of here scot-free without any trouble, you're gonna have to take this deal. And I was like, yeah, I want to get the fuck out of here. I don't like this place and dickheads around the corner.
Yeah,
So I took the deal.
But what was the point of it? Like, was somebody already trying to claim you? Were you property to another being?
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's where you're going. I wasn't sure. So basically, I was being sold to the how do you say that? A fresh family?
The Asesh.
A Sesh family.
Yes.
And when he came back down to claim me and mark me his property, when completing the transaction between Dickhead and the leader of the Assess family, he'd seen that I've already been marked, which is a sign that I own or I belong to somebody else. So he was pretty irate about that.
Yeah. There's there are very particular laws in all of Wati in regards to property, particularly in this time. Slaves in slavery is not uncommon. Slave owners was very, very, very common. So that's something that was happening pretty regularly. Do you know what you were there for? What was the point? What like why were you to be owned?
I was hired just meat shield pretty much. They needed a warrior.
A warrior.
Or some type of warrior or guard or something to protect the family. And that's what I was being sold for because I'm good for killing stuff and protecting things.
So you got out of the fryer here. Your ass is no longer next to be crispied, but who really got out of trouble on this one? Like, or so to speak, who became more involved with the Asesh family to a degree that now they are actually in trouble?
Oh, Dickhead.
Yeah, Dickhead's in a real bad spot right now. He made a promise. He took money. And, well, now
Deliver the goods. Yeah.
he's not been able to deliver. And he's come a fair distance away. Many thousands of miles from your natural homeland. Which should make for a fairly impressive jaunt if you ever decide to go back that way. Saying that you have any reason for going that way. Another thing that I think is worth noting is that he did say that you could potentially walk away from this with a fair amount of income with finances. You have an opportunity here that you could take a job, because Dickhead was never really like, he's a bad guy in the sense that anyone trying to do their job is just a bad guy. I mean, he's working in a field that is accepted.
So he's a bad guy, but it does not mean he's bad guy.
Correct. To a degree, yeah. So he sort of helped teach you how to be this badass that you are, right? Like he put you through the Ludus, through the training, and he dredged you through it because you had a lot of potential, a lot of raw potential, and he had no qualms with you after that point. Do you think that your character, that Ronan, is going to have similar qualms, or do you feel as if it's like it's done and over with? Is there going to be more encounters with Dickhead and Ronan in a negative capacity?
I don't think it's going to be entirely negative, but there's always going to be that distrust that's going to be there because he kind of owned me for a very long time.
That's fair, and I feel like that's accurate at the same time. Can't even remotely argue that. What now? To take a glance here from Ronan's eyes, you have only, I mean, basically since you've reached adulthood, you've only known slavery. Now, the people that typically owned you were of the mercantile class. Yet one of your allies at this point is a merchant, and he has expressed having no slaves. He pretty much, honestly, operates a very even trade. How he stays ahead in the game, you're not even sure, but do you think that there is there any like middling there? Do you feel like there's a mild disinterest or distaste since he is only experienced and only known freedom?
I don't think so. I don't think I hold back. I don't think I hold it against anybody else that has had freedom and where I haven't. I think it's more envious than anything.
Okay. All right, that's fair. How do you think everybody's going to be faring coming through the desert moving forward? Do you guys feel like you're all aptly purchased and prepared for what weathers are before you?
No. I mean, I'm
Well,
healed up, so that's good. So if something goes down, at least I have health to fight with this time.
You are.
Is my dexterity fixed now?
Yes, actually, your wound. You've undergone a sort of divine transformation. That apparition, that ghost, that spirit, wound back time. He did something to your leg that not many people can. In fact, if you recall, the archivist, your friend, old Archie boy,
This one.
he was the one that told you exactly where to go and who to see. That they would lead you in a path where you would be able to, without fail, get your leg fixed. Now, to catch everybody up, just in case you've missed it in the previous episodes, he took a pretty hellacious wound to his leg, pretty much hamstringing him, not even really fully allowing him to operate and move. Not successfully anyway, and he's been carried everywhere. Still strong-armed, but mostly handicapped, which has been mostly unfortunate, I believe. But that just leads us here. That leads us to this point, where the leader of the house, the metaphorical Yul Brenner, has decided to storm off. Yes, thank you, Misty.
Sorry, I can't. It's like Pavlovian.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I totally get it. He stormed off, incredibly upset, and well, this is where we'll open up. The three of you together in the medical facilities of the Asesh family house. We'll see what you guys accomplished today. So. You found yourself here.
So is he like just walked out?
Yes, he has. You've heard him tyrannically roaring about the room, trying to push his way through, yelling at various servants and aides. You hear him, various bits of glass shatter off in the distance. Doors slam before finally there is peace about the Asesh family house.
Oh, didn't somebody get in trouble for helping us too?
Yeah,
What's her
Aaron
name?
did.
What was her name?
Turn the gaze.
Yes, and is she
Karen,
still here?
Yes. Yes. She said that she would not be staying very long. Phelan, thank you so much for those 5 gift subs.
Okay.
That's perfect. Much appreciated. That's a luck roll in everybody's pocket right there.
Thank you.
Hoggies.
She said that she would be around, but for the time being, she has walked
Stay
off.
a while and listen.
All that really remains in the area is Dickhead, and he's even immediately, like, he said his goodbyes. So you can still hear him sort of
Stay a
patting
while
off.
and listen.
I never got my cheese.
We'll get it for you. How are you feeling? That's
Oh.
that's most important. Are you
Oh,
okay?
great. Yeah, no, my leg feels amazing.
I'm gonna peek down and take a close look at it. Wow, it looks like it didn't happen. Does it feel like it didn't happen?
I don't have any scars, and I don't feel anything. Like, I can move my foot pretty well, and I kick my foot around the room, just walking around and trying to like I just got a brand new leg.
Yeah, it's like a kid trying out a new pair of shoes, you know? They feel like they can run super fast, so he's testing out his movement, his capability. And there isn't anything that falters a step. His stride is strong and quick.
I want to try to do a backflip off the wall.
Okay, sure, go ahead, give me an acrobatics.
Can you
Oh my
can you
God.
can you fix my dexterity first?
You should be able to. You don't need me to, but I can do that. I can do that. Character sheet. There you go, pal.
Yeah, back to 20. Oh my god! I want to re-roll that.
No, talk us through. Do not. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
re-rolling it.
You're gonna use
No.
your reroll right here.
Yeah,
on the-
right
okay.
here, right now. For the backflip.
I hope you roll another one. I hope it's 2 nat 1s back to back. God damn it.
Wow.
That would have
Yeah.
been great. You're just sprinting around the room like a little fucking monster. You hit the wall, you hit the dive, and you just come down and land on your neck.
No, I have to come out strong. I just got carried for like 3 sessions straight. I need this backflip right now.
I need this backflip. This is priorities.
Go right from
I-
heel leg to torn ACL. Yeah, that's accurate. All right, boss. You're gonna succeed. Tell me what it looks like.
I'm gonna Naruto run up the wall and then do a backflip and land with both hands on my butt cheeks.
Okay, that happens. That happens.
And then I'm gonna slap my legs.
I think you backed it up. It was fat enough.
You did just that, sir. You found the way to tuck the anime into the D&D game. I'm only mildly disgusted with you, but this will be fine. You succeed. You do just that. You sprint up the wall, and before you begin losing momentum, you backflip off, slapping behind yourself, trying to feel out the duress of your legs, and there's no exhaustion, no tears, no problems whatsoever. You feel as good as you can.
I feel great.
Well, all right, then. I mean, what next? And I'm gonna look over at Donkor. What are you thinking? Where to from here?
To be completely honest with you, I'm not entirely sure.
Well, good, because I have an idea.
Well, then shoot.
Remember the old dude who we think was Fire Lady's dad? It feels like a story now.
The one that was Jamar's father? Yes.
Well, sure. Okay. So we were gonna do something for him. We should probably make some progress on that.
I wouldn't even know where to start, to be honest with you.
No, me neither.
I'm going to need oh my god, I can't even do the voice. It's been so long. I'm going to need a weapon unless you want me to keep using this axe of yours?
You notice that he draws the axe and he's like he starts swinging it a little wildly, and it just looks a little odd still. Like as much as he can swing in it, and there's no issues whatsoever. It doesn't quite seem like he's up to snuff, or like he's quite capable of wielding it the way that he had his sword.
Well, we can go get. I mean, what's the quality like on that thing? Could we trade it for something better?
I mean, the axe has gotten us out of a lot of trouble thus far, so I don't think that I want to part ways with it.
All right,
However,
well then.
Didn't you get a bunch of gems from that old guy?
We did, so we can see how much it's all worth, and then see where to go from there, I guess.
Shouldn't we do some work for him before we spit? No, that's dumb. So we should probably get. So friend wants the sword.
Then we go find the fire lady.
Then we go. Is that what he wants us to do? I don't remember.
He definitely wants us to find Jamar.
Okay, then let's get you a sword. We find the fire lady, and then we figure out. I mean, we have so much to do. If we start there, after that, then we can figure out all this shit with the god. Ooh, the stuff with the god that we made. I don't know, real.
I'm still trying to figure out how you even saw Bossy in the first place, but whatever. I can't wrap my head around it.
I'm just gonna rub my forehead.
He did seem like he was okay. Like when he came out of the wall, other than the weird shit, he didn't seem like he was in any duress or anything.
I mean, magically floating into a room that realistically shouldn't have even come in, and then leaving it is definitely something a bossy would do. Yeah, totally.
Well, he did magically disappear from our other room, so I mean, it kind of tracks.
Yeah, accurately. I mean, yeah, he's such a super adept in magic. He was someone who I rivaled even Palaka. I remember that so distinctly.
I remember that. Are you being sarcastic? Because I don't remember that.
Definitely not. Definitely not being sarcastic at all.
Give me a sense motive, Misty.
Donkor's not even trying to hide it.
Can I sense motive on that too?
Yeah,
Because
sure,
I'm very confused.
Go for it.
Well, because I'm so. Oh my gosh.
Never mind.
Ronan's like, no, checks out. That's
right.
that's accurate.
It tracks. It tracks.
It seems legit.
Oh my god! Hold on. Please fail. Please fail. If I get a good roll, can I re-roll my good roll?
Oh man.
I mean, technically, yeah. You can't.
Oh my god! I can't find my mouse. Hold on. It's on like some screen. Here it is.
You rolled a 6.
You got a 6.
Oh, then no. I'm keeping that. 10 out of 10.
You yeah, like you look at Ronan and your eyes lock for a moment, and you just sort of start nodding to her, like, yeah, that makes sense. Like,
Tracks.
okay.
Anyway, I think that it's a good idea to at least find a place to start. We can definitely go and look to see if we can find any deals in town for any weaponry that we can equip Ronan with. So this way, he's not just walking around town being him.
That's a good idea, but what's so funny? I don't see anything.
It's nothing major. Don't worry.
Oh, well, maybe you can tell it to me later. It seems really funny. Let's go.
Sure.
Okay, let's go.
With that mild pause, you're all aware that you can leave at your behest at any point that you'd like. So, you know that at some point that the Decad has stated that the Lord of the house would likely seek your abilities. He probably even goes as far as hiring you for work. There is something that is challenging to him, something that he needed a fighter for. Now that's entirely up to you, Ronan. If you wanted to see this out, or if you were just happy to be free.
I need a sword first before we do anything.
That's fair.
But yeah, I'd be willing to barter and see what we can get, like some type of mercenary work out of him.
So do you want to see to this now, or do you want to get your sword first?
I'd say we go get the sword first, and then whatever they want to do, whether they want to look for Jamara or if they want to see what this guy has to offer for work.
Okay, you guys do have a couple of things on the table. There are quite a few small tasks to obtain, and at least particularly, I would say Misty is aware up to this point that there are only a few days before the potential appointing of a new location in the necropolis, where you will be given another token. It is a lottery driven and drawn, and you will each be given, well, particularly her as your representative, you'll be given a new location to delve. Again, it's entirely up to you if you'd like to pursue that, but it is a great way to obtain relics, finances, information.
So we have a couple of days, though?
You believe. You guys
Okay.
have been kind of churning and burning, and you lost a little bit of time out there in the desert, in the temple.
My concern here, if we're talking about this, like, kind of hybrid, I think our friend showed up in the Tooth and Hookah asking, like, for a status. And we had nothing to give him. I feel like I feel a sense of responsibility for
Sure.
that on multiple levels. And I figure it also seems like a quick win that we could knock out.
It could be, yeah. It depends on the direction that you take it, but yeah, it certainly could be. Now, it's been some time since Jamara has gone missing. Do you have any leads on that?
Not a single one aside
No.
from
The Pook.
yeah, besides the Pook.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see how this goes. So you have the option. Do you wish to go to the market to do some role play? Do you want to see your friend and ally here, Donkor, or do you just want to assume that you make the trip, you find a vendor, and you buy? One's much faster than the other.
You definitely just go to make the trip. More than likely, in Donkor's head, he wouldn't even be thinking about Cade when it comes to weaponry.
Okay. All right. Then go ahead and pan through the book, find out the weapon that you're trying to locate, which is going to be a greatsword. Look at the cost of it and spring for that in value.
Oh, I don't even know where my book is.
Okay. Well, I can figure that out as well.
I think my book's packed up.
I got it.
Where
I got it, your boss.
where can you give me a link?
We might actually just be able to drum it up on your sheet. So let me go ahead and
No.
try to find. Give me this. Sword. Great sword. Perfect. So then we pull up your character sheet. Ronan.
Can I get a nice one?
Not with the money that you guys currently have.
Let's see, what does Donkor have on him?
I mean,
we
you probably could get a nice one, but it would cost a very large amount of your finances.
So we need to figure out how much.
Yeah, how much he gave us.
You already have the greatsword on your character sheet.
Oh, okay.
It's already there. It's already been statted in there because it was your primary weapon.
Oh wait, no, never mind. We already figured out how much we had in the bag. So currently, which is greatsword? How much do we need? Because I got 97 gold.
Oh, I just closed it. That's my bad. The greatsword is going to run 50 gold.
Well, you're an expensive little goblin. All the cheese and all the swords and. Please don't lose this one.
I promise.
I don't know if I trust that one.
If you'd like to in the future, you can look at the cost of masterworking a weapon, but it does cost a fair amount. I think it's I want to say it's 300. It's either 100 or it's 300.
It's 300 because that's the price of every weapon that I have.
Yeah, I think it's either 100 or it's 300 to buy masterwork. And duct tape it to his hand. Yeah, it's not a terrible way to go.
I'm about to curse it to his hand so he can never lose it.
Knock, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. That's 10 gift subs right there.
2 more rerolls.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's a Poggies in the chat, boys.
It is, in fact, it is. All right. So
There's not enough Poggies in here.
I'll be right back. Need some water.
let's find out the cost of. There we
The
go.
cost of Poggies, dude.
It's
Yeah, it's about
300 gold. Yep, the masterwork quality adds 300 gold to the cost of the normal weapon. Adding in this to a double weapon is twice as much. Yep. So in time,
Look at that. I'm definitely never selling my axe.
it just means that axe is valuable. You got to remember though that sword on your hip is probably worth quite a bit more.
Sorry, my throat was like fucking on fire for some reason.
We haven't even used it yet, so you know what? It's totally fun. It'll stay just making me pretty.
I dig it.
We still don't know what the second enchantment is on it.
That's true. That's true. You guys can make that happen. You do have the bag of jewels. Did you discover how much that value is for the jewels?
Yeah, that was included in the 97 because we actually figured that out
Okay.
previously.
All right. Sounds good. So now that you have your necessary coin, if you will, you have your weapon. What's next?
So the only other thing would be that we have on our chopping block is we could go back to
You would get more value out of Ronan at this point, but he's taking this newfound purchase sword and he's practicing his vaulting swing. Unless, of course, he chimes in and offers something different.
No, I'm just gonna sit there and swing my sword.
All right. The people provide a wide enough berth all the way around. They give as much space as they possibly can so as to not be clipped by your medium-sized greatsword, which seems like a hazard. We'll see.
I'm gonna notice that people are backing away and kind of just put up I'm gonna sheath my sword.
Okay. All right. Seems good. People are still forced to give you a bit of a break. Remember, greatswords are incredibly long. And you were never capable of acquiring the scabbard that...
No, we got the scabbard. We had it made. Bossy had it made. Remember?
No. You guys did not get a scabbard to reduce the size of your weapon. I'm talking about
not
a
to reduce
scabbard.
the size, just to sheath it on my back.
Yeah. No, that's fine. But it still basically makes you like a person laying horizontally. So
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
it's obtusely large.
It's
insane.
a cloud sword on my back.
It's basically a buster sword, correct?
Yeah.
So people have to sort of meander around you or step over the blade at the moment that you sort of pass by, which is not a problem. Not a problem.
it's definitely a problem. It's called he's too small.
Uh-oh.
He's like dragging his penis across the sand.
Lord.
Okay. Now that we've got that out of the way.
Lord. So what do you got?
So I guess the only thing we could do is start looking for, maybe like rumors or something like that, and maybe somebody's even caught a hint of where Jamara could be. But then the only person that I guess we are going back to Cade.
You could go to Cade. You could seek out potentially let's see. Farheen, you could go to the Pook himself. If you thought that was where she was last at, that might be a destination of which you could travel to. It depends. Remember, not the entire world is out there to kill you. Just because there are bad people doesn't mean that they won't. There are things much worse than death. Just remember that.
Yeah, let's make this adventurous. Let's go to the Pook.
Okay, do you say that to the others?
I think this is a very terrible idea. The only person that I think that we have any leads to maybe even finding Shipmara would be the Pook. Not that I'd want to see him again, but, well, I'm sure he was looking for us at some point anyway, so.
The pooch?
Pook.
Pook.
He's definitely not someone to be trifled with around here. He basically controls the underground. Makes Dickhead look like a, well, dickhead.
I don't know if that's possible, but okay.
He's not a good man. But he also might have Jamara. So it's probably not a bad idea.
Jamara was a lady basically engulfed in fire. She was interesting, to say the least.
Basically, like she was.
She was made of fire? Like on fire?
Yeah,
Did you guys put her out?
No.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess it's, well, no, but you'll
could
see if
herself
we
out.
ever find her.
Could she like cook your food in her hands?
We never asked her that, but if we find her, can we ask her? Because that's amazing. Let's go. I think that's a good idea, Donkor. Well, I mean, yes, it's a good idea. I don't like it, but it's a good idea.
Yeah, sure.
I'm down for. I mean, you guys just bought me a sword. I'll go where you go.
Anyway.
Well, let me see it. I had something had distracted me.
I unsheath my weapon and I show her, like I'm offering a child.
I'm properly impressed.
Look, it's got like
bongo a whack.
It's got like gold on the hilt and stuff.
Ooh.
I got my name written on it.
What? I wasn't gone that long.
His name's
Yeah,
not
it was
on
great.
His name is definitely not written on it. It's just a very mundane blade. There might be some gold leafing in it, but you can tell that it was just something that was pressed into it.
I'll coo over it anyway.
Yeah,
just
sure.
him.
Yeah, I kind of figured you might. Yeah.
Is he offering it up like the Lion King?
Yeah.
Simba.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sheath my sword again.
He seems incredibly proud of his blade. There is some confidence in his stride, and you notice briefly that there is a flourish with the whip of his wrist, and he seemed much more confident with this weapon than with a previous axe that has now gone back to Donkor.
Basically, it's like Saturday Night Fever is playing in the background.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like...
In a roundabout way, yeah, that's accurate. There is the confidence in his stride, yeah.
Okay.
So everybody's down to go to the Pook, then.
Yep.
As down as we can be.
Okay, do you remember how to find the Pook?
He is in... Misty knows.
I don't remember.
Ronan would have no idea.
You're right.
No, yeah.
Well, then I think it's fair that if you don't remember, you try to figure it out. How will the three of you try to figure out where the Pook is?
I'm gonna roll a knowledge local.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see
Same.
what you get. All right, we got a 20 and a 5.
I think it's that way.
Neferani points off in a direction. Donkor, you are for certain that it is not that way. If not anything else, it is definitely not that way. You recall that it's in the brown asp.
It's definitely not that way. The problem if we go that way is we're going back to the Tooth and Hookah.
Oh,
Anyway.
I was thinking Tom Nook, not the Pook. It was different.
Wow.
Yeah, let's go that way. I'm following you. He's
but-
he's just another merchant here.
But Tom Nook has all the cool houses.
We're not looking for houses now. Plus he'll just suck you in with his loan policies. So let's go.
I don't know this.
He's
Nook,
a
but I
garbage
guess-
animal. You don't want to know him. Let's go.
Trash panda.
Yes.
And I thought I knew most people, but okay.
Sorry, Bob.
The Animal Crossing references are great.
Meep, 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 meep.
Can we meet somebody that talks like that too?
Jesus Christ.
You know, no, but I'll work on making it a thing so that I can fulfill some fantasies.
That's a different game.
Would it be my Final Fantasy?
No.
No, I've got that on. I've got that on my back.
Lols.
Forehead.
Unforgivable! Deserve to be shunned!
Shun the
Here.
non-believer. Shun.
God damn it. All right.
It's the magical Leopardon.
Shine.
Shunna.
Okay. Donkor, you have an idea. You know where the brown asp is. You've been there a few times. You sort of grew up here as well. You had to know exactly where to locate these things. And the moment that you say brown asp, you can... I mean, you know that Neferani's going to know. She's lived here her whole life. So do you say that out loud? Do you say the brown asp, or do you just like, no, I've got an idea?
I'd just say no, I got an idea.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Then
Stay a while and
you move
listen.
off. You make your way in the direction of the brown asp. You pass through the bazaar. You know that if you continue veering this way, but you instead go left as opposed to right, that it would take you to the mend. But you're going to pass through the bazaar into the asp itself. The asp itself is tucked just along the side of some of the larger homes, but there's a fairly large wall that separates also the amount of guards that are between the brown asp and the midwife area is vast. But you find your way there. The hustle and bustle is just that. This is where your seedier individuals lie. They don't mind standing out. It's not all too hard. So, my friend, the grimaces and the stares of those that are around you inside of this area as you walk the streets of Brown Asp. The people are downtrodden to a degree. Superstitions, are rather high. You've got to remember that you live in a time and in a place where the gods play on mere mortals. And now, well, the talk of the town is scary to say the least. People keep peering over your shoulders in the direction of the necropolis. They're not really sure what to make of what's been happening there. But there are whispers of curse. Whispers of unleashing this plague of madness. That it can still come back and take everyone again. They glance to the sky, and when you follow their eyes, you know that it's about the right spot where the black spire, Pharasma's needle, had risen into the air. But they continue to move. They shuffle. And you can see the building. The unnamed, featureless building with the older gentleman sitting in front of it. The moment that you see him, you recognize his face. But he never quite looks up, just briefly. A wandering eye following people passing by. Do you cross the street to speak with him? Do you try to find another way in? You know that you need to get to the rooftop. At least that's where you last saw the Pook.
I remember there being like somebody who is at the door, like at the doorstep, preventing people from just walking right inside. So
Correct.
I would probably go to that person first and see if he's willing to speak this time, because last time he wasn't, just kind of like looked at us.
Well, last time you guys had a guide. Had someone that led you here. Or at least you were expected.
We were
Yeah, we
summoned.
were expected.
Sure.
Or we got a message, rather. Yeah, with her braid and a note.
You're not expected this time. The table is yours. The floor is open. The three of you can talk amongst yourselves. Discuss what you'll like to do.
Well, the only idea that I have is just waltzing in and asking if the Pook is around. To be completely honest with you, realistically, if he is, then he might be willing to at least schedule us in. You know, he's might be a busy man.
So before I answer, do we like? So there is someone at the door.
Yes.
Do we
it's an older man.
Is there any way we could recognize him? Or can I check to see if we recognize him? There was some shady dude that we saw after the knife got put in the door with her braid.
There was also a guy watching us when we were in the market. Not this time, but previously.
Some previous times, yes.
I want to see if we recognize from our last visit to the Pook.
Sure.
Or
then give me a memory test. That would be wisdom.
Thank you. I remember everything that ever happened in the history of all things.
And you are most certain that you are uncertain right now.
Got it. So, I don't know, maybe we should talk to this guy and tell him that what we're here for. And, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we should probably take the tact of, like, being, like, showing some deference, where maybe we don't usually take that tactic, because for now we don't want to make him mad. Maybe later, but not now. I don't like him.
I don't know if I still have the parchment that we had in the door. I think Abasi had that.
I do think, unfortunately, you guys were pushing a lot of the belongings off to Abasi to hold, mostly due to weight. Due to weight issues.
Yeah, I think he was the one who just kind of like took it off the door. So I don't remember grabbing it either.
I'm gonna roll to see if he's the same guy that was following us before, because I was at least there when he was following us in the market.
Sure, give me a wisdom. Memory test proves that he is not the father. Sorry, this is not the guy. At least that you can recall. That guy was a bit younger, quite a bit more spry. This guy definitely seems to be far more weathered, aged. You can see the white streaks through his beard.
So I think we should just ask him to let us in. I can do it. Do you want me to do it, Donkor? I'll do it. Hi, excuse me.
Okay.
Donkor's like, all right. Perfect.
Good morrow, kind sir.
The man's head sort of shifts up, and you can see under fettered brow, just a single eye wander to see you. And then he glances at the others. His eye trains for a moment, particularly to Ronan, and then back to you. And he shifts his arms on his knee.
We're here to see the Pook.
He doesn't say anything.
Is he looking at me, like in the eye, or is he looking off?
His eyes trained on you.
Okay.
You just wait, just giving that proud cat-like grin. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they're literally just face palming this whole time. It's okay.
Okay. All right. Fear, thank you so much for the 5 subs. And that gives you guys 4 luck rerolls. That's 2 for me. Thank you so much, Fear. Can I get perceptions, please, from the 3 of you?
Sorry.
Wow, my only good roll. And you beat it?
I just have +9 on perception.
Christy.
That makes a difference, yeah. So, the three of you are aware. It doesn't take much as you're sort of focused in here. And Neferani, despite all of this, she's not been very quiet. But that's not really in Neferani's nature, is to be very quiet, unless, of course, it serves to her survival. But in this case, out in the open, where's the threat to her survival? As she curtly asks to see the Pook, the three of you notice that people start Ving away. They basically start U-turning away from this point. You're not the only person, or this is not the only person that's heard that. A few others begin moving in your direction. You notice that there is a small crowd that is gathered around. Varied men, most of them brandishing some form of blade at their hip. They've swelled up around you.
We're not here to do him any harm. We just have to ask. We don't have it with us, but we had a parchment stabbed into our door at one point. Trying to figure out if it actually belonged to him or not. It had something to do with some sort of woman that he was looking for at the time that was accompanying us.
The man stands, the older man. And as he does, he sort of knocks what little bit of dust is off on his overall duds as he steps inside. The guards don't seem to push. They don't seem to do much of anything. They just keep you there in spot. It's not long before a figure seems to appear, and it is of that of the man. And he sits back down, and he lowers his head. You notice that the guards, quote-unquote guards, they begin to disperse. And a figure appears in the door. He's a half-orc. Body brandished many, many times over. But what makes him stick out more than most? His skin. His skin is porcelain white. He's as wide as the door, and as tall as just that. There's a slight bow when he steps in under it, breaking out, before you see this entirely white orc, just riddled with these scars that seem to be less awkward and from combat, more in the form of scarification.
So he's basically done it to himself.
Perhaps. Gotta get a knowledge local. From Neferani and Donkor. Ronan, there's no way you would know this. Donkor, very good. You know that there are many tribes. There are various tribes. Technically, I think Ronan might also recognize that there are tribes of half-orcs from his lands, but in this case, he's never seen anything like this. But there are tribes of what they basically call them the people of the sands. And these nomadic half-orcs, they move around, they barter, and they trade. And they try to be as peaceful as they possibly can, but sometimes things get the best of them. The wilds are not favorable to anybody. While you may not necessarily immediately recognize the tribe of which this one could be from, you know that these scars serve a purpose. It's decorations. It's like accolades. You've never seen a half-orc with this many scars on their body. It's deliberate. Either he did this, and while it may be unlikely, someone else did this to recognize their feats.
That is one distinguished orc.
You're very pretty.
I think pretty's the word he's thinking.
It's still complimentary.
Two of his teeth seem to cusp over the bottom lip. Sort of think like a vampire, but not quite as dramatic and piercing. These are a bit more stumped down. But they still just break past the lip itself.
You wish to see the Pook?
Just ask him a question to see if maybe he's seen the person who came with us. He was actually, in fact, looking the last time we were here. And we had a conversation about it. Just wanted to see if he actually had her or not.
You want to find someone?
Probably more. To see if they've been acquired by the Pook than find.
You lost him to the desert. And you think he is what? Your guide?
No, just someone that we've previously spoke to about this same particular person. He was interested, and if this person is not in his possession, then it's something that he would want to know.
What value will it be to him?
The value that this was the woman that he was hounding us for, a certain fire lady.
The Pook
Quite
has
beautiful.
many flavors. Many flavor.
Yes, but I don't think many flavors have come as rare as she was.
Give me a diplomacy.
I just minimized the whole window. Yay, thanks for me. Where is it?
Not bad. Not your best roll. Would you want to reroll it? You've got 4. You have 4 luck rerolls. Getting worse. Much better.
Might as well use them. Why not?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
use rerolls very often.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. The brow tightens up for a little bit, and you can see the bridge of his nose sort of wrinkle, which adds distressed marks to his scars across his body.
I will tell him. Don't go anywhere.
You have my word. I had no intentions of moving.
He looks down to the old man.
Kiche, watch them.
There's just a single nod. Very slow. He steps away. Moments pass. You stand there luridly, awkward in nature. Do you say anything to the man? Do you wave to any of the passersby who are looking at you like those about to die?
This definitely seems like a very long time to wait. I love waiting.
Waiting's my favorite.
It's like, I don't know why, but I'm getting like, have you seen Keanu with Key and Peele?
No.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. That's like, this is that moment where you're like, you rolled up in the hood and you're like, right, we just wanted to talk to the drug dealer. And like, you are so unassuming for the situation.
Wait. We'll wait.
Yeah. They're gonna wait or wait to die. It's either one of the two. One of the two options.
I feel like
Well, I mean, we
Neferani's
had
just
to
kind of
come
like
here
waving.
anyway.
Neferani's waving to people that are going by and that are watching. Just, hey. Ronan, do you have anything at all? And you have any words?
Can I roll a perception to see if I notice anything odd about the guy waiting outside watching us?
What might you be looking for?
Any type of markings or anything I would recognize on him that I might let me know more about who he is and what this place is?
I mean, you can try. You can
Yeah.
try. You know, there's no way of knowing immediately, but you can try. It's not terrible. I mean, you don't really know a whole lot about the area. You're pretty unfamiliar with the dress. You don't really know. I think you may have caught his name briefly from the half-orc. He said Kije. Watch them. But the man never gives you anything else.
I don't notice any like strange necklaces or markings on him that it would identify like he's a part of the Pook's posse or any type of mercenary or anything like that.
Not that you can see.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to like tear this man's clothes off and inspect every inch of his body, which
No,
might
I'm
send
good.
up some
Yeah,
red
let's
flags.
go right now. Hold up.
Maybe you look a whole lot less unassuming as you're tearing this old man's clothes off. Thank you, Kisa. I appreciate that. I said that, and all my mods missed it. Bunch of nerds. So, perfect. Moments still pass before finally the half-orc returns.
Come this way. He will see you. I collect your weapons.
Oh no.
That's fine. He's just doing it for his own safety. We'll get them back.
We get it back?
I'm sure there's some sort of claim ticket they'll give you.
We got it back last time, that's for sure.
If Ronan loses his sword again, he's out.
The Pook's like,
Considering
I hate all of your weapons, but that one, I think I'll keep it personally.
here's some cheese.
Oh my god, he might be very happy about it in earnest
No,
trade.
no. The only thing I love more than my cheese are my weapons. So I hand my sword to the guy, but I do so like very, very angrily. I don't throw it at him. I just kind of just give it to him mad.
Sure, just all smug like an upset child. Perfect. You got it. He takes your weapons. He'll take the hand crossbows. He'll take the axe. Any other blades that you have on your person. You will be felt for them, just to see if you might have anything hiding.
I have a bow, and then I have the long sword. That makes me pretty.
Okay. Actually, let's see.
Not really a long sword, but it's more like a scimitar.
Oh. Even. Okay, no. He takes all of the weapons away from you, and he sort of gives you an odd look for a moment. And Donkor, for some reason, he starts to open his mouth. He's like,
Didn't you? The heat.
and he kind of goes back to what he's doing. Continues tearing away some of the weapons from you guys, collecting them. Even between the three of you, you're practically a veritable armory. So he's collecting what he can. He hucks it to a table. You hear them sort of fall down.
That's our table.
And then he begins guiding you up the steps.
Come this way. Come now.
I'm coming. Don't worry about that. Just lead the way.
Every time he takes a step, he crosses 3 steps. He's that guy that when he takes the typical 12 steps up, he crosses 2 to 3 steps at a time. Like he's got something to prove. But he is very, very tall. Probably high 6 feet, low 7. Right around like high 200s, low 300s in weight. You know that half-orcs can get suitably quite large. But even as you step down, like as you're walking behind him, you notice that even between the breaks of his rope sandals, there are scars across even the back side of his feet, the top side of his feet, going up at the length of his legs. It sort of disappears into what sort of girded loins that he has. He's not wearing much in the way of a top. It looks like leather, sort of like leather-bound ropes around the shoulders and across the back, like it's supposed to hold some sort of a scabbard. He is wearing what looks to be some sort of girded dress below. So it's wrapped up tightly around the legs for the moment. You can't really see much else, though. He leads you up a flight of steps, carries you around a corner, and then moves up again the final flight of steps that winds before it leads to the mouth of the roof. And this is where you can see the party. The quote-unquote party, if you will. You're followed. He stays very, very, very close behind. Never quite leaving the area. As you enter this location, this pillowed, quartered-off area, you hear the darbuka music continuing to play, and its familiarity. Where the Pook lies in wait. The two almost styled ribbon dancers begin to turn And as they move with grace and style, they twist open the canvased door. They allow you in. And there you see a variety of people. Those dressed as nobles, many nobles not so dressed. A variety of people, men and women alike, some dancing. There are many dancing women. This building isn't what I would say is very tall, but it is suitably much wider. And he's well taken care of here. The Pook has not seen any of you yet. He's also not seen his guard. Chat, this is where I call upon you. For those of you that are watching, listening, I need to name this character. I want to come up with a name for our scarred half-orc guard. If you would please, help me name our scarred half-orc guard.
Rock. The pale orc.
Johnny.
Pete.
Pepe. Pepe hands.
I quit.
How about Bob Johnson? I'm telling you, just go to Space Mutiny.
Gashes.
Big,
Tom Selleck.
Big McLarchage.
He doesn't even have a mustache. He would be the worst Tom Selleck.
Maybe he's
He lost it in the
Tom
war.
Selleck. He's shaving it to start to see how far he can grow it out.
Okay, I think we found one that I like. Yeah, I found one that I like. Good. Thank you for that. We have a name.
Locked Eric.
It's fake, just glued on perhaps? Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you guys for all of the names. I appreciate it. Next one, I'm sure you'll be able to swing it on. So, as you continue to move in to the canvassed room, passing by the pillows, various belongings, some clothing, some packs. If you stop or if you stare, you're pushed, you're guided forward. Before you finally find yourself amidst a heavily pillowed area that seems to have a bit of a drop in it. Where last time, at least two of you were here, you saw the Pook sitting aside a pommet. A very old pommet. The last time you were here, you saw Palaka not quite groveling, but willing to trade many things, including each of you, to make sure that she could gain back her beloved Gidok. Maybe beloved's a strong term. Her beloved tool. That's what we'll go with.
Most loved tool.
Yes, most loved tool, the spell book. There you. Would you like the cat? You can have the cat. I do recall this, yes.
Forgot that she tried to give him. Yeah. Ah, Palaka, good times.
This is where you'll find the Pasha himself. The Pook is sitting between two women, two dancers. He seems to be muttering something into one of their ears, where there are these coy-like giggles. The other seems to be sort of just meandering their eyes about the room. There is this nervous tension about her. You don't recognize either of them from the last time that you were here. A voice breaks.
Lord. Lord.
He seemingly turns, facing the three of you. Yes, Sanju. What have you brought me? What is it that I see before me?
They have made request. They said that they have an interest, and they may do something of the woman.
And what woman is that, Sanju?
The woman of fire.
The Pasha stands. He seems to almost rub his hands down his body. He's not wearing most of a top. He has what looks to be some sort of bound up headdress to keep his hair up. Here you can see that there are some very few marks across his body. He takes very good care of himself. You can imagine the sort of money that rolls through this place. You've come to see me. I recognize you. You have been here before. Have you not?
Yes. Yes, we have. We were here with Jamar herself the last time.
Ah, yes. Miss Arak. Where is this beautiful woman?
Unfortunately, we came here to see if maybe you had her.
No. No, if I had her, you would know. I would
That's why I
not
was-
wheel and deal in the paltry other scenes of flesh with these. You would find me here with her, a woman of fire. She would look the best candy on the arm.
Of that, I'm definitely sure. It's, and perhaps maybe you can help us. There was a parchment, and unfortunately, the palmet that was with us is also, with said parchment, gone. It's the easiest way to say it. And it had a symbol or an air that led us to this place. Would you know anything about that? Would any of your men have seen her? Because she's not with us anymore.
To this place.
Yes.
Someone has guided you here to this place.
Not someone, but a parchment did.
What did this,
They-
since you do not have it, what did this parchment say?
It had her hair.
Ah,
Had a
That
lock
is a
of her
shame.
hair and a wax seal.
a seal. And what did the seal look like?
I don't recall. Let's see if I can roll a wisdom and find out.
Let's see what I can give you, friend. Let's see what I can give you here. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. The wax seal itself contained an image, sort of like the Ouroboros. It was the infinity symbol of a snake consuming itself. And one side, a twisted, jagged star, and in the open other side, a phoenix.
It was and mostly from what I can recall, it was a snake and a phoenix was on the seal.
I'm gonna give him a roll. Let's see what he can recall from that. Sorry, I do not know. There are many snakes in all of what is, you can assume. And this phoenix, while it is not too common, it still exists. Not one I am familiar with.
I was surely hoping that at least you would have her. Then that leads me to worry that someone who's obviously powerful enough to just take her like that.
Donkor,
She's
give
not
me-
been seen.
Give me a sense motive. You don't feel like he's being incredibly truthful. You feel like there might be some accuracy to what he said, but you're not sure where the lie begins and ends.
But I'm sure someone in this establishment might be willing to help you recall where the symbol might have been. It has to have been something that you deal with. I wouldn't believe that there would be something that you don't know in a town that you make the most money in.
Are you okay? Explain to me your angle here. Are you trying to compliment him? Are you trying to like sort of butter him up here, or
It's more so along the lines of like, yeah, I'm trying to butter him up, but in the means of if he doesn't remember, he has to know someone who does, because it would be impossible for him not to know
okay?
where the symbol is.
Give me... let's see. What would you like to roll here to help you out? As one who's a keen negotiator, what would you like to utilize here?
Let's see.
You can always ask for help from Neferani and Ronan as well.
I'll just stick with the with our diplomacy here. Oh. I got one reroll anyway. Oh, there we go.
That's good. That's very good.
Jesus.
So you sort of start pouring it on thick. You know, surely you and your standing regard, making as much information and coin as you do, you might know someone or something. What is your name?
My name is Donkor.
Ah, yes. Donkor, you work in the bazaar.
I do, yes.
Yes. You spoke then as well. The bird, she spoke the most.
And then she did.
Well, it is a shame that the bird did not come back. We have run all out of chicken. And it would be good to have some more.
I don't know that she would have been very tasty.
Why do you say that?
Donkor laughs a little bit.
Could we not pluck the feathers and use herbs as spices from the desert?
She was very skinny. There was not a lot of meat. It would have been like all gristle and not.
more-
You deserve much better from a meal perspective.
From
than-
recollection standpoint, when you were here, she had wild magic cast upon her, and it doubled her body weight, so she was a fat bird.
She was
Well, I mean-
literally a chocobo at the
Yeah.
time.
Really?
That's why we were.
Doubling
Yeah,
her
that's
body
why.
weight is still not like
She,
that's like
we had to literally roll her in and
Yeah.
up, which is why
okay.
this is a bossy was carrying her. It's
Yeah,
like a
a bossy was
chocobo.
carrying her,
do,
yeah.
on
do you
back.
like whisper
Fat
that to me
chocobo.
and remind me? Because I clearly
I the last time we were here, she was under the effects of her own magic.
oh she's lost a lot of weight.
Ah, the desert sun does that. It
It
will
does.
take it out of you.
Very quickly.
It is a shame. Well, I might know something. I might know someone who can help. But there is no reason for me to share this with you. What value do you have if you do not have the woman?
Realistically, none, but we can be the ones to go look for the woman for you. Why get your own hands dirty when you can just have us do it? All we require is that she's safe. And you still have a very keen interest in her.
Well, how can this I trust? You lost your chicken, and you also lost your dwarf. Now you lose
Well-
the woman with the red hair.
I mean, I guess you're right, but there are very serious circumstances.
And what is this thing? What is this ugly little thing?
That's a goblin.
I know he's not talking about me.
He's definitely talking about you, but I would relax.
I don't think he means it like you think he means it.
No,
It's
I
more
definitely mean this. He is. Are you always looking like this?
He is a goblin. This is how they look.
A goblin? What?
A
Sanju,
goblin.
what is this goblin?
I do not know, sir. I don't know.
Then, how did it come to be?
What are any of us, really, when it comes down to it?
Well, I am the Pook,
And he is a goblin.
but this I have not seen.
And now you have, isn't that great?
No, I am.
He
weary.
likes cheese, and cheese will make him. I bet you he would answer any questions you had with cheese. I mean, he would answer them anyway because you're the Pook. But I mean,
You know, he is kind of so ugly. He is cute.
right? I mean, he's not. I don't think you're ugly, Ronan. But yeah,
Do you dress him up? Is he like the chicken?
do you mean is that how he really looks all the time? With
Yes,
nothing-
yes.
Yes. That's. This is our awesome yes.
You know, I can get you a tailor. If you like to have some fancy clothes for your goblin, whatever the hell this thing is, we can. I think we might be able to work something out. Does he dance?
He is
I
actually.
can dance. I'm a great dancer.
You can,
Yes.
Oh God. Can,
Good.
No, you can't
Show
dance.
me, Goblin. Show me. Show me
I
your
like it.
dancing.
I like
Oh,
his
God.
dancing. Can I pull my bongo out if they don't start music?
Yeah, definitely. You probably immediately like go in immediately
Oh
with this.
heck yeah! I'm in for this.
Sure, give me a performance.
Not again.
I'm gonna re-roll
Okay,
that.
all right. That's not bad. That's not bad. Rolls have not been in your favor today. Oh yeah,
They
you
have
rolled it
not.
too. Yeah.
That's one re-roll.
Okay,
I
right.
dance.
You've
I
got
dance
4.
my ugly dance.
Then give me a dance, sir. Let's see your performance here. I want to see Ronan shake that ass.
If I back it up, is it that?
Wait, am
You
I
gotta pick a
dancing
song.
on camera?
Yes.
No, I mean no. Well, technically you can do what you want to do, but I really want to see what Ronan does. I need to know what you're doing, and then I need to see your roll. See how they
Oh,
correspond.
I need. This.
I rolled.
I have been in my house for 2 weeks. I need
Oh,
this.
wait. Oh, fuck. Yeah, yes. You did. You rolled, lad. God, did
Yeah.
you roll a mighty 6. Look at that. The strength of okay, so what does Ronan do?
I look like this.
What is this?
Oh,
like that.
I really wanted to see actual
Yeah,
you dance.
well, I mean, then I've got to click on it, and it takes me out of stream.
Do you make that face though?
Oh, God.
Yep.
Let's see. Hold on. Oh, no. Did you really just look up ugly dance? You just looked up an ugly dance. Okay, all right. You keep making these faces then, right? That's rough.
But the song's good.
Yeah, the song is decent. It's decent. The problem is the quality of your song is marred by the dancing. As he immediately starts throwing out these wild arm jaunts and hip swings, with these like grotesque tongue slinging back and forth. You know what? I'll leave it to a die roll. Okay, all right. The half-orc finally chimes back in of his own accord.
Please, Lord, make it stop.
Please, I would like you to stop, Ronan.
Make it stop, sir.
You want me to stop dancing?
Yes, please.
When
Okay.
you glance over, you can see the Pasha is stifling back laughter, like he's covering his face, and you just. And finally, he says, "Oh, this is perfect! You did not say that he was a fool."
Well, that's definitely. Probably should have let off with that.
Oh, this is exactly what we need in the son of Lativ raining down upon us. We have a goblin fool. This is rich. I like this. I like. Would you care to continue dancing, sir? Does he have a name? What is his
My name is Ronan.
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 Ronan. Yes, Ronan. Yes. The goblin fool has said that his name is Ronan. And he will continue dancing for us. What did you say that you said you liked cheese?
Yeah, cheese. I love cheese.
Bring cheese! The goblin fool dance for cheese! And you see a couple of the maidens move off quickly, and they'll sort of snap down and grab a few things. What looks to be some sort of like vessel containing water. Just a few wry like bricks of cheese of varying sorts. And he looks to you immediately, and like the happiness is still there in this jovial nature, but he starts snapping, and he wants you to dance.
Oh, I start dancing.
Okay, give me another perform.
If I keep playing, do you
Whoa,
want me-
it's even worse.
Oh my god!
Even worse.
You want me to do the same or no?
Oh yeah, please, this is fucking
No.
great.
Even better.
Oh, wow. Okay. At this point, Sanju has turned his back. He refuses to look. Refuses to look. But the Lord is just, he's starstruck. Yeah, the Pasha himself. This is what life is for. For laughing. Having a good time. I've never seen this goblin. Have you seen this goblin? And a woman just sort of shrugs. I've seen the first goblin. This is perfect. Donkor and cat. How much is goblin?
Oh, I'm not for sale.
Nah, nonsense. Everything is for sale.
He's already owned, and I'll point to his forehead like between beats.
He takes a few steps over the pillows and he sort of looks down at it. What does this say?
We don't know, but it was the Assess family that said that he's currently owned by someone.
You're owned by the Sesh family.
Oh, they actually refused to buy him because apparently he's owned by someone else.
Oh, interesting. Well, can you not say who has claimed you? Who has left this mark on your head? If you cannot say, well, I can remove. I will remove and put my own mark.
Oh God, do I say who it is?
I would. Well, it's up to you.
This is all you, Ronan. I honestly still have no idea.
I'm owned by Akintepi now.
What?
I don't know who is this Akintepi?
I don't know, some lady with a lot of power.
He claps harshly twice and with that echoing slap, the music stops and the jovial nature of the room sort of falls. And you can feel the heaviness, the verity of it, right? When you say that, when you say it's some woman with a lot of power, he begins to look around. This cannot be. Who is this woman that you speak of with a lot of power? You say Akintepi, but this is not someone I know.
I'm just gonna keep playing.
He looks to you. Silence, or I break your drums. I know everyone in this town, and how much money they have, how much money they spend. I know all of their families. I know the drugs they take, the people they sleep with, and the food they eat. It's my job to know. You understand, in this freeform market, there is value in knowledge. But you say a woman with a lot of power. Akintepi. This is a woman I do not know. Tell me of this Akintepi.
I don't know a lot about her. Donkor would know more than I would.
Well, to be completely honest with you, the only way you'd know about Akintepi by name was if you know history.
So she comes from an older family, you say?
I guess you can say that. A family of an old war general. One that was, well, wrongly accused, I guess.
A war general. Not in this time have we seen this. It's been...
It's quite some time since that's been.
Well, it has been many years. A family of a war general. So there is old money. Have they come to town?
Not that I'm aware of, to be honest with you. It's mostly been outside of town.
Come on, push the button. Yeah, come on, push the button.
They worship a god that's been since banned in these walls to even mention by name.
Annie, thank you for the 5 gift subs. You guys just got your last luck reroll. Annie's from my Wednesday night games.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I met
Well-
Eddie, right?
Yeah, I think you did, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
at Bubfest.
What? No, they're not here. They're not actually here.
Go on, tell me more. Tell me more of this Akentepi.
Well, I guess the only other thing besides they worship a god that's that's banned in this city is a lot of their powers ethereal, or like almost divine. That's what he means by powerful. Not necessarily wealthy, but
So they have soothsayer. They have wizard.
that's beyond my knowledge, to be honest with you.
And they are in town now.
I can only assume they might be.
But for why are they in town? What has brought them here to keep them here this long without my knowledge? Sanju, have you heard of this Akentepi?
No, Lord. I have not heard of Akentepi.
So then why?
It's honestly something that I don't know. The Palmet that was with us would probably know the answer to that, but clearly he's not here.
I'm curious, Neff, is your mark showed as well? Is it shown to the world?
I think so. I mean, I have a like
A cowl.
yeah, something on it.
And why would these Palmet know?
He was the only one that I knew of that had any sort of dealings with her.
Give me a bluff. You are now talking to someone who is also very skilled in their trade. Oof, I'm gonna use one of my rerolls. Ooh, even a rod. You choose in your favor.
Odd.
Even. Oh, he just saw through it. Come now. Come now. You wished to ask for help from me, and now I'm asking for you. You need information? I need information. If someone comes to my home, I have to know what I'm up against. And let's just say I might happen to know who this seal belongs to.
So then how familiar are you with the necropolis? Because if we're going to start putting everything on the table, might as well lay it all out.
He's sort of like pushes his head back, just giving you this look of just like, who doesn't know about the necropolis? It is, it is world renowned.
So the necropolis houses a very great deal of information that's long been since lost. I'm sure you're aware.
The Pook
Now-
looks to the three of you to see if anybody else has anything to say while he listens in.
The thing is,
Still like hands above my bunk ass.
we had a run-in with a being that shouldn't be alive. And we accidentally resurrected them. Akentepi's not a family, a person. It's a being.
He takes a
One
few steps
that-
back. You have befouled upon yourself a curse from the necropolis.
Not necessarily befouled upon ourselves, more like all of
Bati.
Bati,
Go on, tell me more.
So the black spire that's outside, I guess you could say that's her doing.
Yes,
All the sand that happened.
we
can't
saw
really
this
miss it.
rise from the sky there was streaks of light. And we found, at the touchdown of this light, there were what is now being made into talisman. We do not know what for yet. But, well, when the gods speak, we tend to listen, as they have granted us immunity in this time. If we went against the gods, do you really think that we would not be doing so well? But go on, tell me more. You awoke a being. A woman.
At first, history dictated that Arkentepi was a man. That's all we knew. But upon further investigation, it turns out that it was a woman. The only person that really had any sort of speakings was, or that could understand the words, was Halaka, the bird that was with us, and the Palmet. It's really as far as I know.
Yeah, I
Spoke a
really
language that I didn't and have any understanding of, so.
I really should try to pick that up.
As you're saying this, Sanju has no longer turned his back to you. In fact, he's moved closer. And he peers down just over the top of Ronan from the rear side. Ronan, you can see his shadow cast over the top of you. Do you say anything? Do you do anything?
I go grab some cheese.
He reaches out to stop you. Do you let him stop you? Because if you resist...
No, I let him stop me.
Okay. He puts a hand out in front of you to sort of like press against you, and then he takes his forefinger, his index finger, and it kind of bumps your jaw up. And he starts like, with his other hand, he sort of like starts spreading out the skin, unfurrowing your brow. And then he lets go of your head, and he takes a step over, while Donkor is continuing to talk. The three of you notice that he mutters something into the Lord's ear. While he's doing this, you see that the Pasha is sort of pursing his mustache and the 5 o'clock shadow, while one arm is supporting the other, much like you would expect out of like a cobra, like the cobra strike, right? This in the ridiculous pose, but he's listening. You see his eyes never move as he listens, and Sanju steps away. So is it all? Is this all that you would find? You found a woman, a dead woman. You awoke her from... Only the gods know from how long ago.
Let's be honest. All we have as far as information goes in that regard.
Well, then, why is she so prominent now? And why does she own him?
I don't know.
And why does that say rage in old tongue?
Donkor looks to Ronan.
I just shrug.
Well, I mean, none of us know what ours mean, really.
Go on, tell me more. None of you know what it means, they means?
I mean, I have one too, and I'll just like peek mine up a little bit. So she was, we don't know why, but she feels very protective. I'm not sure what the correct term is, but
I don't know. She must hate me because I don't have a symbol like that.
Well, you just watch it. You could. You don't know. This ain't done yet.
There's a snap, and Sanju moves over, and he sort of like starts moving the hair on your forehead. And he looks back over to the Pasha.
It says thief.
Thank you, Sanju. So we have the thief and rage. What else is there then? How many more?
There's just one that we know of.
Palmet had another one, but that's as far as I know.
The Palmet again, the one who killed his family.
Yeah. At this point, I don't know what to believe.
Well, his
He
dad,
claimed
the
that-
one, yeah.
He claimed he didn't, but for all I know, at this point, he probably did.
And what did his say? I'm curious.
I wouldn't know. I don't
We
read the
didn't-
language.
Yeah, we can't. I wasn't really sure what mine said. I mean, she called me her thief once, and what did she call him?
Give me bluffs, unless you just happen to forget. But I know it's already been set out of game, so I know that you guys don't actually forget. Oh,
Wow, look at that bluff.
that big dick bluff there from Neferani.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Biggest dick.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna use my last reroll here. Oh fuck!
Wow.
Oh.
Fucking crit fail, man.
I'm gonna draw on his head. Donkor's gonna wake up in the morning with like a nice little like fake.
Tis a shame. I'm very good at puzzles, you see. I have taken apart many things. I put them back together in different shapes. Like this town. My family. They sent me here as a boy. And I move small drugs. I up the ante every time, and I kept a little in my pocket. Before I get just old enough, and I get too cocky. The previous lord, he tell me that he can see that I am shaving off the top. He knows. In this business, you always know when someone is lying to you. And I know you're lying to me, but I do not know what about yet. And this is fine, as it may be more valuable than you understand. But to show you how the end of that tale went, he no longer stands here, and I do. This is not what you might assume is a point of fear. In this city, I am a constant. I am needed. And I am left alone because I deliver a service that no one else can. The nobles, including the Asesh family, they need me. I provide something that no one else can. And this is a puzzle that I too will figure out, even if it means that I have to shave something off the top. Piece by piece, the Pook knows. Or I will learn in time. Thank you for telling me this. This is valuable. I will make sure to shore up my defenses and have them bring in some specialists. The other chicken people, they are still here. They owe me favors for bringing in other fat chicken. And I know that they too know spells, magic, and as favor they will call upon. It will be sooner before later. The sigil that you look for, this snake swallowing itself with the phoenix. It represents a business that I am tied to, that most are tied to. We do not speak its name because it is like boogeyman. Where it walk, where someone listen, they operate in tandem with me. We move product with them. They help carry it out to the western lands. They bring us western gold to melt down and coin for ourselves. But we have noticed that since the necropolis is open, more and more of the agents of the Aspis Consortium have been here. The sigil is of the Aspis Consortium. And you did not hear that from me. And then he turns to everybody else. And if anyone says that they had heard anything of this from me, you will lose your tongue. And then your children. Are we clear? There's gasps, muddled sighs. Good, good. We are understanding.
Donkor at this point looks visibly confused.
I must admit I am too. Why would they say that she is here? If she is with them? More importantly, why would they take an Ifriti lady's hair? It is a prized possession.
The real question is then why would they employ us previously if they were just going to take her?
Why did they employ you?
Why give her money when they just had interest in taking her as a whole?
Maybe you did not get what they were after, and they felt that they needed some leverage. She has gone missing.
Perhaps.
You miss her, yes?
Well, I guess it would be nice to see if she's even alive in the first place. So yeah.
She is worth nothing when dead. This is something you will come to find in this line of work. If they are dead, then there is no one to pay the debts. Not a
I
single
know
person
someone
to
who'd pay good money, alive or dead. So
this is fair. Generally, from my experience, it is quite a bit less. And, well, I like to get paid in the most.
Money. We both.
Money speaks, leaps and bounds. And I need my fair amount. For reasons. For reasons.
Well, then I guess we're done here.
Are you sure that I cannot buy your goblin?
If the goblin's for sale, then he would tell you himself. But unfortunately, that's not my call.
I mean, he does like cheese.
Listen, Goblin Ronan, dancing fool. If you were to stay with me, you would have your share of all of the cheese, the wildest meats, and the fairest women. Which is a good way to go, if you happen to go. But you would dance for me at my beck and whim. I understand if this is not for you, but this does not stop me from trying to own you. And when I root out this Akentepe, powerful woman, then maybe I scrub her name off your head.
Well, I appreciate your offer, but until I'm not owned by her, I guess I have to go with them.
Tis a shame. Tis a shame. This is fine. In time. In time. I do not think that this will be our last meeting. So now that I have known this, we have Donkor. We have Ronan the Goblin. And you, Miss Catfolk. What is your name?
You're muted.
I am. It's Neferani.
Neferani. Oh, that is beautiful.
Thank you.
Sanju,
Sir,
write down their names. This will not be the last time that we see them.
yes, sir.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for seeing us and for sharing information with us. I appreciate it. I know that you don't have to do that, and we appreciate it.
Also, Sanju,
Yes, sir.
let Kiche know that until otherwise spoken, that these three can come in anytime that they would like, but only together.
That's fair. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, unless you will be joining me for more revelry, dancing, and fornication. You should be on.
I'm gonna look at Donkor like, can we?
That's not my style. So
Always a party pooper, this Donkor.
I haven't done any of that yet, and I feel like in my adventuring life, it's a hole that needs to be plugged.
Oh my god! Oh,
I couldn't even
Lord.
get it out.
Lord.
Ugh.
And that is where we're going to take our our break. Good Lord. Oh Lord. Thank you guys. We'll be back in just a minute. Don't go too far. Enjoy the music. Run to the bathroom, get something to drink, and we'll see you guys momentarily, okay? See you soon.